In the quiet suburbs of Pretoria, South Africa, during the late 1980s, a young Elon Musk was already showing signs of the brilliance that would one day make him a household name. But brilliance often comes with eccentricities. And for Elon, those quirks made him an easy target for ridicule. His intense focus on books, computers, and science fiction set him apart from his peers, who struggled to understand or accept his unconventional interests. Among these classmates was Gavin Hendricks, a charismatic but cruel boy whose sharp tongue and towering presence earned him a reputation as the school bully. Gavin thrived on power dynamics, feeding off the fear he instilled in others. To him, Elon was a perfect victim. Slight, awkward, and perpetually lost in thought. Whether it was mocking Elon's obsession with space travel or tearing pages out of his beloved sci-fi novels, Gavin seemed determined to crush any semblance of confidence the young dreamer might have had. On more than one occasion, Gavin orchestrated pranks that left Elon humiliated in front of the entire class. Once, he even convinced the teacher to let him help Elon with a math problem, only to loudly declare that Elon's solution was wrong, even though it wasn't. For Elon, these encounters were more than just childhood teasing. They were formative experiences that shaped his resilience. While Gavin reveled in dominance, Elon retreated into his imagination, building worlds where intellect triumphed over brute force. At home, he found solace in coding video games and devouring encyclopedias, dreaming of a future far removed from the confines of his schoolyard tormentors. Yet, despite his inner strength, the scars of bullying lingered, fueling both his ambition and his distrust of authority figures. Years passed, and the paths of Elon and Gavin diverged dramatically. Elon left South Africa at 17 to attend university in Canada, eventually making his way to the United States, where he co-founded Zip2, PayPal, SpaceX, Tesla, and other ventures that revolutionized multiple industries. Gavin, meanwhile, took a very different route. After high school, he drifted through odd jobs, working as a bouncer, a car salesman, and briefly as a debt collector. Life hadn't been kind to him. His once commanding physique softened with age, and his knack for intimidation failed to translate into lasting success. By his mid-30s, Gavin found himself divorced, financially strained, and struggling to find meaning in a world that no longer rewarded his aggressive demeanor. It was around this time that fate intervened in an unexpected way. Through mutual acquaintances, Gavin learned about Elon's meteoric rise and decided to reach out, not out of remorse, but out of desperation. In a carefully worded email, Gavin apologized for his past behavior and expressed admiration for Elon's achievements. He admitted that he'd followed Elon's career closely and marveled at how someone he once underestimated had accomplished so much. Though hesitant, Gavin ended the message with a bold request. Could Elon offer him a job? Any job? To Gavin's astonishment, Elon responded, not with anger or dismissal, but with curiosity. Perhaps it was nostalgia, or maybe Elon saw an opportunity to turn the tables on his old nemesis. Whatever the reason, Elon invited Gavin to meet him at SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. Nervously, Gavin flew across the globe, unsure of what awaited him. When they finally came face to face, the contrast between them was striking. Elon, now a billionaire entrepreneur, exuded confidence and purpose. Gavin, dressed in a suit 2 sizes too big, looked like a shadow of his former self. Their conversation lasted hours. Elon listened intently as Gavin recounted his struggles, occasionally nodding or asking probing questions. At the end of their meeting, Elon made an unexpected proposal. He would hire Gavin, not as a low-level employee, but as his personal assistant. The role would require managing schedules, handling correspondence, and ensuring Elon's chaotic life ran smoothly. It was a position of immense responsibility, and Gavin couldn't believe his luck. "Why me?" he stammered, still grappling with the surreal turn of events. Elon simply smiled. "Because everyone deserves a second chance," he replied. "Even you." Gavin Hendricks walked into his new role as Elon Musk's personal assistant with a mix of excitement and trepidation. On one hand, he was thrilled to have landed a job that offered stability and proximity to one of the most influential figures in modern history. On the other hand, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was walking a tightrope, balancing gratitude against the weight of his past actions. Every interaction with Elon felt like a test. every task an opportunity to prove himself worthy of this improbable second chance. The first few weeks were overwhelming. Gavin quickly realized that working for Elon wasn't just about managing schedules. It was about navigating chaos. Elon's days were a blur of meetings, phone calls, and impromptu brainstorming sessions, often stretching late into the night. He juggled multiple companies simultaneously, bouncing between Tesla factories, SpaceX launch sites, and Neuralink labs. For someone like Gavin, who had spent years adrift without direction, keeping up with Elon's relentless pace was both exhausting and exhilarating. To succeed, Gavin had to adapt fast. He immersed himself in learning the intricacies of Elon's world, studying everything from rocket science jargon to financial reports. He memorized Elon's preferences down to the smallest detail: his preferred brand of coffee, black, no sugar, his habit of eating meals at odd hours, and his tendency to send emails at midnight expecting immediate responses. Slowly but surely, Gavin began earning Elon's trust, transitioning from a nervous newcomer to an indispensable part of the operation. One of Gavin's earliest challenges came when Elon tasked him with organizing a critical board meeting for Neuralink. The event required coordinating dozens of executives, scientists, and investors across different time zones, all while ensuring that Elon's notoriously demanding standards were met. When technical issues threatened to derail the virtual presentation, Gavin sprang into action, troubleshooting glitches and keeping participants informed with calm efficiency. By the end of the meeting, Elon praised Gavin's performance, calling him a lifesaver. It was a moment of validation that boosted Gavin's confidence and solidified his place within the team. As months turned into years, Gavin's relationship with Elon evolved beyond employer-employee dynamics. They developed a rapport built on mutual respect, though their interactions remained tinged with traces of their complicated history. Occasionally, Elon would tease Gavin about his bullying days, referencing old stories with a wry smile. At first, these jokes made Gavin uneasy, but over time, he came to see them as a sign of forgiveness, a way for Elon to acknowledge the past without letting it define their present. Gavin also found himself reflecting deeply on his own transformation. Working alongside Elon forced him to confront the flaws that had once defined him: arrogance, impulsiveness, and a lack of empathy. Seeing how Elon treated others, with patience, curiosity, and a genuine desire to inspire, challenged Gavin to become a better version of himself. He started volunteering at local youth programs, mentoring teenagers struggling with self-esteem issues. Drawing from his own experiences, he encouraged them to channel their energy positively, emphasizing the importance of kindness and perseverance. Despite his growth, Gavin faced moments of doubt and external criticism. Some of Elon's inner circle viewed him with suspicion, questioning whether his motives were truly altruistic or if he harbored ulterior ambitions. Rumors circulated about Gavin leveraging his position for personal gain, though none of these accusations held water. Even Elon's family expressed reservations, particularly his brother Kimball, who warned Elon not to let sentimentality cloud his judgment. But Elon dismissed their concerns, trusting Gavin implicitly. "He's earned it," Elon said firmly. "And besides, redemption is worth betting on." Gavin's loyalty was put to the ultimate test during one of Tesla's darkest periods. In 2018, the company faced mounting pressure from shareholders and regulators amid production delays and financial losses. Media scrutiny reached fever pitch, with headlines speculating about Elon's mental health and leadership capabilities. During this tumultuous time, Gavin became more than just an assistant. He became a confidant. He accompanied Elon on grueling factory visits, stayed up late strategizing solutions, and shielded him from unnecessary distractions. When Elon tweeted controversial statements that sparked backlash, Gavin worked tirelessly behind the scenes to mitigate fallout, liaising with PR teams and legal advisors. Through it all, Gavin never forgot where he came from or how far he'd come. He kept a photo of his younger self tucked inside his desk drawer, a reminder of the person he used to be and the journey that brought him here. This duality, the bully turned ally, became a source of strength, driving him to excel in ways he never thought possible. By the time Tesla weathered the storm and emerged stronger than ever, Gavin had cemented his reputation as not just a capable assistant, but a trusted ally. By the end of his third year in a role, Gavin had transformed not only his own life, but also the lives of those around him. His story served as a testament to the power of redemption, inspiring colleagues and acquaintances alike. More importantly, it reinforced Elon's belief in giving people opportunities to grow, even those who might not seem deserving at first glance. Together, they prove that the past doesn't have to dictate the future. Sometimes, it can pave the way for something extraordinary. As the years pass, Gavin Hendricks' role in Elon Musk's orbit expanded far beyond that of a personal assistant. He became a bridge between Elon and the world, a translator of sorts, helping to humanize the enigmatic billionaire while ensuring his vision remained intact. Gavin's unique position allowed him to influence decisions that shaped not only Elon's companies but also their broader societal impact. What began as a second chance transformed into a partnership rooted in shared values, resilience, innovation, and a belief that everyone deserves an opportunity to rewrite their story. One of Gavin's most significant contributions came when he spearheaded initiatives aimed at addressing workplace culture within Elon's organizations. Having experienced firsthand the corrosive effects of bullying and toxic behavior, Gavin advocated for policies that prioritize mental health, diversity, and inclusion. At Tesla, he helped launch programs designed to support employees struggling with burnout, including access to counseling services and flexible work arrangements. At SpaceX, he championed efforts to recruit underrepresented groups in STEM fields, partnering with schools and community organizations to create pipelines for talent from marginalized communities. These changes weren't always easy to implement. Elon's relentless drive often clashed with calls for slower, more deliberate progress, but Gavin's persistence paid off, earning him respect across all levels of the companies. Gavin also played a pivotal role in managing Elon's public image during times of controversy. When Elon's tweets or public statements sparked backlash, Gavin worked closely with communications teams to craft responses that balanced transparency with accountability. More importantly, he encouraged Elon to reflect on the consequences of his words, reminding him of the responsibility that came with his platform. "You're not just building rockets and cars," Gavin once told him. "You're shaping the future. And the future needs leaders who inspire trust, not fear." This philosophy extended to Gavin's own life as well. Outside of work, he dedicated himself to philanthropy, focusing on causes that align with his journey of redemption. He founded the Second Chance Initiative, a nonprofit organization aimed at providing resources and mentorship to individuals seeking to rebuild their lives after making mistakes. The program offered job training, educational scholarships, and networking opportunities, empowering participants to break cycles of failure and self-doubt. Many beneficiaries credited Gavin with changing their trajectories, citing his authenticity and empathy as key factors in their success. Perhaps the most profound moment in Gavin's transformation occurred when he returned to his alma mater in Pretoria to deliver a keynote speech during a career day event. Standing before a sea of students, some of whom reminded him of his younger self, Gavin recounted his unlikely journey, from bully to assistant to advocate. He spoke candidly about his regrets, acknowledging the harm he had caused and the lessons he had learned along the way. But he also emphasized the importance of forgiveness, not just from others, but from oneself. "We all make mistakes," he said, his voice steady yet filled with emotion. "What matters is what we do next. You don't have to be defined by your worst moments. You can choose to be better." The speech resonated deeply with the audience, sparking conversations about accountability, growth, and the power of second chances. Teachers and parents praised Gavin for his courage, while students approached him afterward to share their own struggles and aspirations. For Gavin, the experience was cathartic, a full-circle moment that validated his hard-earned wisdom. Meanwhile, Elon continued to push boundaries, achieving milestones that seemed straight out of science fiction. From launching astronauts into space aboard Crew Dragon to unveiling fully autonomous electric vehicles, his innovations captured the world's imagination. Yet, even as Elon reached new heights, he never forgot the man who had stood by him through thick and thin. In interviews, he often credited Gavin with helping him stay grounded, calling him the unsung hero behind the scenes. When Gavin decided to step down from his role after nearly a decade, Elon threw him a farewell party unlike any other. Held at SpaceX headquarters, the event brought together executives, engineers, and friends from every corner of Elon's empire. As Gavin took the stage to deliver his final remarks, the room fell silent. "I used to think power was about control," he began, his eyes glistening with tears. "But I've learned that true power lies in lifting others up. Thank you, Elon, for giving me the chance to prove that. And thank you, everyone, for believing in me when I didn't believe in myself." After leaving Elon's employ, Gavin focused full-time on expanding the Second Chance initiative, turning it into a global movement. He traveled the world, speaking at conferences and collaborating with governments and corporations to promote restorative justice and equitable opportunities. His memoir, From Bully to Believer, became a bestseller, inspiring millions to confront their past and embrace the possibility of change. Universities awarded him honorary degrees, and cities named awards after him, recognizing his contributions to social reform. Today, Gavin Hendricks is remembered not as the bully who tormented a young Elon Musk, but as a symbol of redemption and resilience. His legacy lives on through the lives he touched, the institutions he built, and the belief that everyone deserves a second chance. As for Elon, he continues to carry forward the lessons Gavin taught him, proving that even the unlikeliest partnerships can yield extraordinary results.